Colin.
Hi, Doctor.
Hi, I'm Dr. Thomas, I'm one of the doctors here. So, what are we talking about this morning?
I've been offered a job. Well, I can get a job. There's a lady who works at Wythenshawe Hospital, my mum knows, and she said I can get a job at Wythenshawe, but I need a reference.
Okay.
So I was just hoping you could write me a reference.
All right.
For the job. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we can talk about that. So tell me a bit more. What were your thoughts about this reference?
Well, it's just I've never had a job, and part of getting a job you have to get a reference from an old boss, and I haven't had an old boss.
Okay.
And so he said I could get a reference of a professional person. So the only person I could really think of was one of the doctors, because I've been coming to this practice all my life.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm hoping you could maybe do me a reference.
Okay. I think that's when people talk about professional people, that doctors are often people that people would think of.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit more. What do you understand about the information they need in this reference? What sort of information?
I think it's just to say a decent person, and I'm on time, and turn up for things, and reliable and things.
Okay. And how did you hope that I might be able to give you that information, or what did you think that I would be able to write that would help out with that?
I don't know. I suppose I just thought you're the only professional person I really know, and well, not you, but the doctors here.
Yeah.
And could you just say that I'm all right, and I turn up for a point. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I understand what you're asking for now, and then understand why you've come and thought that we might be able to help you out with that. I think probably one of the difficulties I have is that I don't know what information they would need, and because it's usually about how you are in the workplace or when you're working with others, it's hard for us as your doctor to give that information.
Right.
What do you think?
I don't know. I just hope you could do it.
Yeah, I understand that. I appreciate it's difficult when you're trying to get this together for your job.
Yeah.
The things about you keeping time and your sort of behaviour in the workplace, what sort of information do you think they need in a reference? What sort of workplace or places that you've been, do you think where that information going to come from, do you think?
Don't know, because I've never had a job.
No. Yeah.
And I left school a bit early that I should have done.
Yeah. So I understand why you've thought of us. I think it's going to be, that is probably not going to be information that we're going to be able to provide, because in my experience, when we look at the questions for your reference, it's hard to say yes or no, or give a good account of what you're like. So we can certainly have a think about other places you might be able to get that information, or even from a supportive friend, or somebody you've organised anything with, or
Done anything. I've not got any friends really, and definitely not a professional one.
I mean, certainly the professional side of things is an alternative. So if there isn't anybody else at all you could write, so somebody in a position that who has their own job, who knows about you as a person, the way you sort of interact with friends and family, would be a good start. So that might be a possibility.
All right, so like somebody like my uncle who's got his own business, or
yeah. So what does your uncle do?
he does plumbing and stuff.
Yeah. Uncle Frank.
Yeah. How do you know him?
I think we've met. So, but yeah, have you done any work with Uncle Frank, or have you done anything over,
Yeah, I probably helped him now and again, actually. Frank, yeah. Just like carrying stuff for him.
Yeah.
Got about that.
Yeah. So often in my experience, what employers are looking for is just a bit of information from a second person to talk about what you are like as a person. So that might be something to explore. If you've never had a formal job, but you've helped him do a bit of this, or you've done any work for anybody, it doesn't have to be paid.
All right.
So in my experience, often they just want a little bit of information about you. And you could always speak to them and ask if that's going to be, and if they're interested in trying to give you a job, that might be something they'll accept. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, that's helpful.
So you might be able to perhaps have a chat with Frank and see whether that's a possibility.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. And the other place that sometimes is helpful is if you've not been in work, is to speak to the people at the job centre, because there'll be people in your situation who's never had a job, and you could perhaps have a word with them and see what they've got to say. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cheers. Well, I'm sorry I wasted.
No,
your
it's not
time,
at all.
but
It's,
that's
I'm
helpful.
happy
Thank
to
you.
talk to you about it. It's fine, but best of luck with that.
Yeah. Thanks, Steph.
All right,
Good
Colin.
to see you.
All right, see you.
Cheers.
Good luck. Bye.